everyone, welcome to my channel and shout out to making it to 2018. This is my first video that I'm actually posting in 2018 other than my first part 1 of my vlog. Do check it out if you haven't already. And I think in today's video I'm just going to speak about how to conquer varsity and just some tips, because for me I just recently found out that I'm going to be a graduate with my bachelor's in accounting sciences at Wits, and then I'm also actually going to be doing my honors degree this year, which is quite cool because I almost didn't make it, and it almost broke me, but here we are, and on to bigger and better things in 2018, speaking it into existence. So some of my tips are just how I did it and how that you can hopefully do it too. And the first point that I first want to make is that your marks don't define you. And for me, that was one of the hardest lessons to learn, for the simple fact that in matric I got 6 out of 7 distinctions, which is quite good. And nobody wanted to give me a bursary. I applied and nothing. So my whole first year, I felt like the effort that I put in matric equated to nothing. And then eventually my second year, I managed to get a tuition bursary after actually qualifying for Golden Key. So for me it was like, okay, finally someone is seeing not just my worth but seeing the effort that I put in. And at that stage I wanted a full bursary, because obviously you'd like for the fact that you're smart, or not that you're smart, but that you can put in the effort to translate into at least helping out with the fact that your parents don't need to pay for your fees. And then came to my third year where my main goal was just to get a 50. I did not see a single 70, and this is coming from someone that was 6 out of 7 distinctions, Golden Key, Dean's List, all these academic achievements, but what happened in third year? And I think for me that was just the hardest knock for me to take. And I think I just ended my third year with like a 64-65% average, and that's why I say it was actually close as to whether I'd get into honors or not. And with these average marks, I still went and applied for full bursary, and by God's grace, literally I prayed every year to get it and I didn't get it, and then finally I'm gonna actually be fully funded this year, which is quite amazing, and I'm honestly just so blessed. And I think the main recipe in getting it and just making something out of your achievements is just work hard and be consistent. And I think something that is actually quite hard is, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay motivated even though you're getting 50%? And one of the things that I did was just focus on myself and focus on the goal that I want to achieve. I would write Valencia Hewlett, CASA, on my whiteboard, because I have a whiteboard that I use. So I just write it there so that I could see that is my goal, to be a chartered accountant. And I mean, it's very easy to get lost in the sauce, especially for me staying in Johannesburg. People are partying and it's generally like a nice vibe, and you want to get so caught up in it. One thing you just need to not do is, yeah, you can go out with your friends whenever you want, but that friend is probably busy getting 80s and you're probably the one that's struggling. So you just literally need to focus on yourself and focus on where you want to go and what you want to achieve. And one of the things that you need to also just do in order to just remain true to yourself is just remember that this is literally own race and own pace. Guys, it's so easy. You don't understand how easy it is just to get caught up in it. It's so nice, for example, for me to be at home for how long, and then finally I'm out in the world, can do whatever you want, no curfews. You can get caught up, and I've seen people get caught up in it, but they'll be fine. But I mean, if you are that kind of person, shout out to you, but for me, I'm not. And for me, the main key was to keep organized. And I like to plan everything, and I'm a planner, I'm a control freak maybe, but I'd have a calendar where I write what to expect in the week. I'd always plan out everything, so tests, assignment dates, birthdays, when school starts, when school closes. I'd put that on my calendar on the wall so that I can visually see it. And also, like I just said, I had a whiteboard. I would write down every week, I'd write down something new. So we have something called tutorials. I'd write down the tutorials that I need to do, what notes I need to make this week, if I'm going to study, what I'm going to study, when I'm going to study it. And for me, having a schedule works. And as much as you get a school timetable, also just schedule things in that are important to you. If you want to have devotion, if you want to have gym, if you want to have something on the side. And honestly, having that something on the side is probably the one thing that's going to keep you sane. Because school Like, school will humble you, varsity will humble you, life will come at you real quick. And having something other than school to keep you grounded is the most important thing. So for example, with me, I started my YouTube channel. I'm a cheerleader at FITS, and I gym. And for me, that just keep it constant, keep it going, keep your mind off of the fact that it's always going to be school 24/7, because it really can't. If you have a good group of friends, you know what, have someone to speak to, have a soundboard, because guys, it is tough. And I'm not just speaking from my personal experience, but from everyone that I speak to, I don't think they've ever actually had it easy in varsity. It's not just the thing that's exclusive to Wits. I'm pretty sure in each varsity, everyone has their problems, especially from those that I actually speak to. And I'm actually thinking of posting a video of how to get through those tough times, because I've had so many of them. Even this past January, I wasn't able to film a video because I was going through quite a bit. And so I'm thinking of a possible video. If you do want one, just leave a comment. But apart from that, you also just need to you need to realize the magnitude of what you're doing. You're coming to school paying almost 100,000 rand if you stay at res and school, depending on your varsity. You can't let that go to waste. And I think when you fail, for example, and then you need to pay that amount again, I think you also just need to realize this is literally an investment into your future. So it's not like money is being wasted, but you need to make sure that you're actually learning and growing. In the past 3 years, I've grown so much, and I'm definitely not the same person that I was in high school. And that for me is progress. And even looking at the year ahead, I mentally prepared myself for the fact that this is going to be hard, probably one of the hardest academic years of your life. You need to work your butt off, but you need to keep it balanced. Luckily, for me, if my things aren't balanced, my sugar levels go high, and then I just know I'm not okay. Like, I think in the past November, I had final exams, and I think I almost had to double my insulin intake because I was that stressed. So sometimes you also just need to listen to what your body says to you, and honestly, just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, focus on yourself, and have a balance. Those are honestly the most important things. You also just need to be consistent, and honestly just work hard. Sometimes your effort won't translate into results, but then that's okay. Just always just put in your 100%, because what you put in is honestly what you get out. And I think those for me is just how I made it, and how I just was able to stay grounded. And yes, I'm Christian, so obviously praying daily for me helped. Daily devotion, read my scriptures, or pray. I just ask for help. And one thing also, guys, oh my gosh, please consult. For me, I consulted with academic trainees, which are people who finish their 4th year and are just doing 1 year at FITS, so they can really help you. Consult with your lecturers, do your tutorials. Like, tutorials are kind of like homework from, like, in high school terms, but just do them. Do whatever you can, but please have a balance. I watch series, I binge watch series. I start series from start to finish. I think I've rewatched Grey's Anatomy, which has like 14 seasons and 24 episodes, but I watched them. And I think most importantly, there is hope at the end of the tunnel. For example, I'm going to graduate. Hopefully I'm going to graduate at a 2nd degree as well. Make sure you don't abandon friendships. Obviously, if they're toxic, then you need to let that go. But you need to make sure you find proper, stable friendships, people that can be a soundboard and just bring things into perspective for you. I had this perception that when I get into high school, when I get into varsity, I'm going to have this big group of friends and yay girls, you know, girl power. And that didn't happen, and I realized I didn't have a lot of genuine friendships. And now I maybe have less than 5 people I can count on, and I'm so okay with that. And, you know, it's quality over quantity. But this varsity can be one of the best experiences of your life. It doesn't have to be bad. It's just that it's going to be tough, and there's no other way to put it. But it really, I'm grateful for the past 3 years. I have no regrets, and I feel like anyone can do it. And I think that you can do it. Like, I believe in, you wouldn't be given something that you can't achieve. If you are in varsity right now and things are just not going well, you can do it. You will just have to work hard. You have to work your butt off. But you definitely can do it. You wouldn't be given something that you cannot get through. that's all actually for today. Like I said, comment if you want to see how I managed to get through tough times, and I'll see you in the next video. Please do like if you like this video, comment and subscribe. I'm trying to get more subscribers because I heard apparently YouTube is just doing something about if you don't have 1,000 subscribers. That's how my goal is just 100. But you know, any subscribe will do. I'll still be here for you guys, even if I don't know what the new regulations are, but I'll still be here for you. So like, comment, subscribe. Toodles!